Hey, what up, you guys? This is your girl, Qadriyyah Marie. I'm here doing my Scholar Talk tonight, as usual. Well, I don't want to say as usual, but I'm definitely going to be back as usual doing my Scholar Talks. I'm actually in another room. Usually, as you guys know, I always have my Scholar Talk in the background, but I actually have better service in this room than I do in the other room, so that's why I'm here. I still have one of my Scholar Media logos in the back, so I'm still trying to represent. It's wrinkled because I never use it because I always use the bigger one. But I'm still here. I still got my Scholar Media going on. But like I said, I'm just here tonight. What's up, you guys? Thank you guys for joining. I'm just in this room instead because I have better Wi-Fi in this room than I do in my office where I usually do my Scholar Talks. What's up, you guys? I hope everybody had a wonderful Monday and continuing to have a wonderful Monday. What's up? What's up? What's up, Jeff? How you doing, my brother? So I'm here, as you guys see. I'm going to keep moving this until I get it together. I'm not used to doing it here, so I'm trying to get myself right. What's up, Paul? Thank you guys again for joining this evening. So I'm back with my Scholar Talk. So I'm here reading you guys' comments and whatnot. I appreciate you guys. What's up, Sienna? What's up? What's up? What's up, Payday? Thank you, brother, for joining. So you guys see my topic for tonight. Again, like I said, I'm just in this room because the Wi-Fi service is better. My other room, my office room, everything was getting all mixed up, and I ain't all that technological and stuff. So I said, let me just go somewhere where I know where, what I'm doing, basically. So as you guys, like I said, you see my topic for tonight. Would you marry someone who, whose occupation basically, brought them more money, or they're more wealthy, but they're never home? Or would you rather someone, who made less money and they're always there for you? That's something, I've been hearing people talk quite a bit about lately, so I just wanted to know what you guys thought about it. I'll share what I think after I see some of you guys start to post about it. I just thought it was, interesting, topic, because people tend to discuss occupation a bit amongst their friends, and of course now, on Facebook, you have everybody has their own opinions. I feel like my head looks mad big on this screen right now. And I have like a peanut, size head, so I'm wondering why my head looks so big on here. But I hope everybody, like I said, had, a great weekend, by the way, as well as a great Monday. I know most of us, had to go to work today, and, we were still just getting over, that second nor'easter. I don't even remember what happened when we had the first winter storm. My mom was like, Qadriyyah, we just had a storm before the last one. I'm like, I don't know, I'd be all over the place. Now we're actually preparing tonight for a third storm that's supposed to be coming. I think I'm going to just, let me do this. It's better if I just hold it, because I have my phone in this little container, and it's like I can't even see myself. I can't see y'all, and it's important for me to see you guys on here. So again, I got my little Scholar Media logo, still trying to represent in the back. Usually I'm in my office, but I had to switch up so I can, see you guys, and you guys can hear me a little clearer tonight. Thank you, Mom, for joining. I appreciate everybody that's coming on. What's up, Tom? What's up, Brett, Dante, everybody that's joining. I'm feeling very blessed. I enjoyed myself this weekend. So I'm always trying to, motivate others, through myself, through my own actions. I know people, are heavily influenced by others in your life, and I think that's, a good thing. Usually it's supposed to be, a good thing. The people around you should influence you to do better, not the other way around. But again, hey, what's up? What's up? Payday says, I believe it's okay if they're never home, as long as it's strictly business, because the hard work will pay off in the end for both. Yeah, that's right, true. But what happens, Payday, if the person is gone, 6 out of 7 days, out the week for, say, 3, 4, 6 months on? Would you be okay if you barely got to see them, if ever? If like the only way you had to communicate with them was like us right now, video chats or on the phone? Would you be okay with that? And that's, to me, that's kind of excuse me. To me, that's kind of tough because it's just like I'm one of those people. I like connections and I like having the person there. So it's just like I don't know. I need to reword this question I posed tonight because it can be a mix of both. You may want somebody who doesn't have money or whatever, and they're still away. So it's like you really, it's really hard, especially when it comes to, relationships. What do you want most? That's what it is. What's most important? Do you want the person to be there or you don't want them to be there? Or is it all just about, money? I hear that, quite a bit where, people will marry someone just based on the fact that they got tired of dating, poor, broke, whatever you want to call it, people, men and women alike. And, now they just decided I'm just going to marry somebody, who has money, who can help me out now instead of me trying to help bring up somebody else. So instead of, dating someone that they actually might have true, genuine feelings for, they'll choose the person, who has, the most money, even though that person, may not be there for them. The person, they may not have no connection or whatever, with them. They'll stick around with that person just because, the person has money and they don't want to deal with being with, like I said, a broke or poor person anymore. So it's really tough. Like, I think that really comes, based on, life experiences. A lot of us, especially women, we'll date someone based on how we actually feel about them, when we're younger. And then a lot of women, unfortunately, after being hurt, so many times, they'll just say, and I've heard this a lot, I'm quite, Qadriyyah, I'm not dating, for love anymore or marrying for love. I'm just going to marry for money. So I hear a lot of that. So a lot of these women nowadays, they may not really care if you're at home, if you're out, doing so long as you're bringing in the money. What's up, D. Jamal? He says, what if they work a lot, come home late, and leave early in the morning? Yeah, I guess that's acceptable too. But again, it really depends, I think, on the relationship. As, he was mentioning, earlier, it's really depends on, I think, the two people. Because like I said, I'm one of those people, I get very attached. And I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. And I might be the one in that position where I'm coming home late and leaving early in the morning. But I know because you're doing that, I'm sure. He says, it's tough, but I've been there and done that. She was a flight attendant. Oh, wow. Yeah. I was actually thinking of doing that myself years ago, the flight attendant thing. But I don't know. After this, I'm like, I don't know. I thought about it, not just being up in the sky and, all what that can mean, but just knowing that I may not be around, a significant other that much. But, I'm sure she got paid well and whatnot. What's up? Thank you guys again for joining. You guys can feel free to share your opinion. I'm in my living room this time, represent for Scholar Media, because I have better Wi-Fi service here than I do in my office. But I feel really funny being in this room instead of the other room. But it's okay. I'm still talking to you guys. I'm still getting the word out. So again, excuse me, you guys can see, what question I have posed tonight. Would you marry someone, with more money or more wealth who's never home, or would you rather someone with less money or less wealth who, who's always there, who's always home? And I think people have a varied amount of opinions on what, they think is best. For me, it's probably really a mix of both. Y'all know I ain't right though. Bryce Aaron, what's up? Thank you. I haven't seen you in here a long time. I haven't seen you online in a while. But he says, love is love. I'll take one night. Lord have mercy. I figured he would say something like that. D. Jamal says, one question, do they have kids? See, it's hard for me to go into that too. Obviously, I don't have any children. But that would be a whole different, I think, element. Because, you still have people out here who, you still have to work whether you have kids or not. So regardless of what your occupation is, whether you're, rich or poor, you still have to go out. But for me, personally, this is one of my missions. I figured, whenever I do have children, I do want to be able to be home. I don't necessarily want to always be out, working. What's up, Kathy? Thank you for joining. I wouldn't want to always be out, in the street, having to make money. I want to figure out a way now, where I'm able to make money and still be at home. So that's for me. But I know, everybody's, situation is different and stuff. Jamal says that they have kids. I would say no. Yeah, I wouldn't think so either. But again, like I said, it really depends on, two people. Do both people have to work? A lot of times that situation too, obviously comes up where you have a couple where they're both out, making all this, good money, yet they're never home for anybody. They're not home for each other, and they're not home for their kids. So that's really tough, situation as well, because it's like how important is making money. Is money the most important priority? Obviously it shouldn't be, but the situations and things that people are in now, if you don't have no money, you can't really do much. Your ass is just sitting, especially if you have children. Obviously, you have more than, yourself to worry about. And that's really, like I said, tough for people, because now you have a whole different, person to worry about. It can't be, it can't be all about you. And that's something that I'm going to have to deal with if I ever, be blessed, to be a mother. Because right now my priority is just on trying to make money. Right now I'm single, so I can, I can go out, be out all night and then come home and then leave early, because it's just me. It's just me and my cat. As long as my cat, got her food and water and stuff, it's okay. So I can come in and out as much as I want. But, obviously if I have a spouse here and a child, I may not be able to do all these things that, I'm able to do now, or that I'm planning to do in the near future. So I would have to think about that, myself. And like I said, I wouldn't personally want to have to go and leave and be out, all different, hours, more than a typical, 8-hour workday. I wouldn't want to, no matter how much, money that I'm getting. So I don't know how a lot of, these celebrities, that, with money and fame, how they're able to do that. They're okay with just leaving the child, with the nanny for, 15, 16 hours a day. I don't know if I can do that personally. So Price Aaron, let me see. I don't want to miss what you got. He says, honestly, long-term goals would have to be reached both instances. Home, I'm guessing, dope, raised family. On the road, I hope we are retiring together at a young age. Yeah, I agree with you as well. It's really tough to say until you're actually in the situation, I know. What's up, Cynthia? Jamal says, I'm married for love and fun. And see, that's what you're supposed to do, but it's just like, not everybody is blessed to, to have that. But that's what I would want as well, and not have it be based on love or money. And I think that's where a lot of people are heading now, because like I said, I hear a lot of people say, especially, of course, women, I hear a lot of, women say that they have to marry, for money now. So in their minds, they're actually not even concerned as much if, their husband is at home. Their concern is just to make sure that, the bills is paid, and, the kids, and unfortunately you have some women who or, want to make sure that they got the newest, shoes and purse as well. I'm not one of those people. I'm one of those women. I like, okay, let's make sure, the house and everything, the kids and all that is taken care of. And then if we have a little extra, then yeah, we can do other things. But I don't be shopping like that. I like to put my money away. When I get a little something, even $5, I like to put my little money to the side for emergency funds and whatnot. So for me personally, I don't know if I could just marry, just solely for money. And like I said, for me, I like having, the person there. Jamal said, I'm poor but not struggling. The best thing is teamwork. We get it done. Yeah, I know y'all do. I be seeing all those pictures of you guys, and I'm like, oh, they really do have it, together. But I think that's important too, not to necessarily, be poor. I think everybody's going to do some type of, struggle, nowadays. And as you said, teamwork. What's up, cuz? What's up, Tiana? Like you said, teamwork is really important. And I think that's what people are lacking, whether you're married or not, just in relationship, everybody, not everybody, my throat getting dry. I got my little water I'm supposed to be drinking, but I'm busy talking to you guys. But you have couples now where you have one person that's doing everything, and that shouldn't be the case. It should be a situation where both people, are working together, so it's not so much pressure, just on one person, financially to do everything. Because when that happens, the person who's taking on all the financial burden, they're they're not going to want to continue doing that for so long. Eventually, they're going to be like, you know what, I need to move on to somebody that has something that can help, like I said earlier, lift me up, help hold me up. You know, and that's what makes people, like I said, life experiences can make people, you know, change their mind. Somebody could be in love with somebody who doesn't have money, but how long can you, you know, stick around with somebody who's not trying to, you know, do more, who's not trying to help, who's not being part of, you know, the team? And that's what I think is really important. One person can't be doing, you know, everything. You know, even if you're making, you know, a lot of money, I don't think the one wealthy person in a relationship is always going to want to be the person taking care of everything. I don't care if it's a man, woman, out, transgender, or whatever. I don't think one person wants to take on that responsibility, and I wouldn't want to give somebody just that 100%, you know, responsibility of being in, you know, control of the money, because people really do, you know, take advantage of that if they feel like they control, you know, all of, you know, the finances in the household. I don't think that's ever, you know, a good situation. What's up, cuz? Tiana, she says, I'm just tuning in, but if we're talking about our age bracket, both parties should be working. We are still young. What are your ambitions? Teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah, I definitely agree, especially like you said, in our age bracket in your 30s. Well, I was about to say 22, but but you know, in our age bracket, you know, the 30s era, you definitely do both need to be working. But some people, even, you know, in our age bracket, I hear people saying, you know, he has to have money now. I can't be with somebody who doesn't make, you know, 80K or whatever, or going, you know, on up. Which is, you know, yes, you do have, you know, people obviously, you know, 30 years old who are making good money. But is that, you know, necessarily a reason to eliminate somebody who's only making, you know, say 40K a year? Do you just eliminate that person as a potential mate just because they're not making 80, 90, 100K a year, something that you feel is better, you know, suited for you and, you know, in a relationship? D. Jamal says, okay, here's a good one. You meet a man who makes more than enough money and works in DC. He says, I want you to both be here and there. You know, it's odd because I'm kind of dealing with stuff like that now myself, and I'm trying to still think what I'm going to do if I'm ever forced to. I don't want to say forced, but if I ever get into that situation, you know, myself. So, you know, I'm one of those people that wherever I move to, I'll probably find some type of way, or I will find some type of way to make it, still find some type of way to make money, still find some type of way, you know, to do media and writing, especially in DC. So DC, you know, is a political, you know, city. So I definitely have, you know, a lot of coverage and ways to make money. That actually might be a smart move someday, but it's really expensive down in DC. You know, I thought Jersey was high, but DC, man, be having some crazy amounts of rent, you know, that you got to put up. Tiana says, eventually whoever's carrying the load will eventually get, yeah, that's what I was saying earlier, because you don't want it to be where it's just one person that's feeling like they're carrying everything, because that's when things, I think, start to go downhill. You don't want to be the person who's always, you know, always paying, and then you start to feel like you're being taken advantage of. You actually could be in a loving relationship, but if you're always the one paying, and I've seen this happen with people, they start to feel like the other person is not putting in their efforts, so the person is taking advantage of them, and that's when, you know, things, you know, start to happen. And, you know, of course, lack of communication, all those things that happen, they're not talking to each other about the situation, and one person's just holding in all these emotions, the fact that they're taking care of everything, and they feel like they're not getting help from the other person, and they take it out on that person, or they tell everybody else and accept that one person, and then next thing you know, people are, you know, divorcing over something silly. What's up, Sierra? Thank you, honey. Thank you for saying that. I gotta get them accessories too. Trying to get like you. I still got your link, by the way, so I am thinking about it. Deanna says, to answer Jamal, if I'm in love, I will travel to both places. I don't believe in dropping my life for a man because he makes great money. Yeah, I agree with that. That's definitely true. And I would do that as well, you know, travel between, you know, both places. But I feel like if there's better opportunity, you know, where he is, then why not take, the chance and go with him, especially if he's doing well down there. If there's no need for me to be going, back and forth, between Jersey or DC or, wherever, I might just, take my little leap of faith and just head out, where he is. Sierra said we have to talk again about the extra stream opportunity I was talking to you about, sis. Yeah, you always thinking of some ways. You're just like me, always thinking of ways to make more money. And that's kind of what we're talking about here. You almost in a way want somebody who's going to, be ambitious as well, so that you're not in this type of situation where you're deciding, do you want to be with somebody who has more or less? You really want to be, at least for me, with somebody who's at least putting some effort in. You don't necessarily have to be rich, but at least obviously put some type of effort in, to have more, so that we can have, more together. And also, not just, the money, the money making part of it, but thinking of ways that we can do it together. And, I know that might be asking a lot, wanting to, make all this money and still have time, for each other. But I still think making the time for each other is very important, no matter, how ambitious you are, how much money you want to make. I think that's still important, that you guys actually do things together. And that's what I always said I want. And I know Sierra, it's like that with you and your husband, trying to do what you guys want to do, but doing it, together as a team. And I think that's important. Sierra says weight should be even out so that the person doesn't burn out. It's important to care about the person's well-being in that way as well. Yeah, I definitely, agree with that. It's definitely, a real balance. And like I said, I've heard stories of people getting burnt out because they were the ones taking on, 100% of, the household finances, from the bills to so many different things. And when I hear that, I'm like, wow, why is the other person not doing their share? And of course, you're only hearing one side, of the story. You're not hearing necessarily what's going on from the other person's perspective. But I definitely understand how that is if you feel like you're always, paying. You're always, even on a dating level, not necessarily married, but if you're going out on dates and you're always paying, I don't necessarily think that's fair either. I love to go out to eat and I love to be taken out to eat and whatnot, but I'm not going to sit there, 10 dates go by and I'm sitting up there not paying nothing. Like, to me, that don't make no sense. Like, I wouldn't even want to be with me if I was the type of woman to do that. Just every time we go out, I'm never offering or anything, and it's like I said, 10 dates, and I'm still, holding my pockets and all that stuff. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of it being where a man is always, responsible for everything. I feel like even if he's making more money, I still wouldn't want him to feel like, everything, the burden is on him. Even if he were to be like, this is what I want to do, I don't want you paying for anything. Knowing how I am, my stubbornness, I'll still be like, well, at least let me do something. Let me just put $5 in something. I still got to feel like, I'm contributing to the relationship, and I don't want him to feel like it's just so much on him. Whereas if something happens, he's unfortunately, not able to work or make money, I don't want him worrying that, she can't do it, for us. She can't help. I have to be able to, help out, as well. Jamal says, what if you married to him and he is in politics? Some women can accept like that. Nah, I ain't doing that. I'm not. For me, I can't deal with that. I gotta deal with, regular schmo Joe out here. I can't deal with no politician and all like that. Tiana says, if we're married and he's in politics, I'm going to support him. See, I don't know if I can do that, because it's that, that political life, that is something else. I know we're all thinking of, Michelle, and Obama, but I don't know. I feel like they just, one, lucky example of that. I don't know if I can personally do that myself, though. To be honest, there are women really like that, though, the sad truth. Yeah, and I have to figure out, what I'm doing myself. But right now, I'm just going, with the flow. I'm not necessarily looking at somebody and being like, well, how much you got? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying? I feel like that just blocks out so many other things if I'm just focused on money. But, at the same time, I would be more concerned if, he, will be available, if we'll actually have time to talk to each other. I think that's so important, with two people, whether you're married or not, engaged or dating, that you actually communicate with each other. Unfortunately, you may not be able to, be in person, 24/7, because you both have, things. You both have lives and goals and dreams that you're pursuing. So you may have to talk to them like I'm talking to you guys. This might be your only way, once in a while, video chats and texting and on the phone and all that stuff. And if that's what you have to do until you see each other again, then I feel like that's what y'all need to do, as long as y'all still communicating. But I'm one of those people that I like to hold somebody. I like to, all that. Y'all know how. I know how I am. I just like that affectionate part of it. For me, I couldn't just constantly, talk to someone I love this way. Even outside of a relationship, just anyone, friends and family. I like to actually, hug people and all that stuff. Jamal, so let me say this. When I was single, the biggest fear I had was, is she interested in me or the money? Yeah, I hear quite a, bit of men who say that, especially, obviously famous, celebrity men, when they start to make more money, and it's obvious that they're making more money. That is, a real fear, and it's actually a fear amongst women as well. Is this person coming around me because he sees that I have these things? Is he trying to get in? Is he trying to get some type of connection? Especially like with me being entertainment, is he trying to get some type of music connection or a rap deal, or something? you never know. Even though I don't really think I've come across that yet, but I feel like it's if I as I grow as well, that's going to be a fear for me. Thank you guys for joining. Hey Javon, I'm gonna let you come in. Hold on. Now, where you at? Mr. Javon Jones, Dr. Love Jones, I should say. Here he is.
What's up?
Hey, what's up? It says Javon Jones is live now as a guest. So what's up?
What's up? I see the wonderful topic. You always like trying to break the internet with these topics.
I know. That's how I do. That's that scholar talk right there. Scholar media.
I see. Now,
Tiana says, "Hey."
What's up, Tiana? What's up? This is a definitely.
All right, go ahead. I know you got something to say. So.
All right. As far as I feel as though it's this, we all embarking on the path of prosperity, of entrepreneurship, and and building wealth. So
right.
I think it's a natural fear for anybody to have of any financial substance is to be in a situation where they want to get somebody that just want to be genuine, because when wealth makes you attractive. I don't care if you are not physically attractive.
You got that right.
Once you have wealth, it makes you very attractive. So it's important to know that once you have that attraction, who's genuine and who's not. So that's a real thing.
Right.
But for me, I always believe that that's where it's important to be more in tune when you become more spiritual, is to be spiritually in tune and know and recognize through your spirit, through your third eye, what's real, what's not. So as long as you understand what's real and you have a sense of genuine nature, then you're gonna know by far, okay, do I want to spend this time with this person? Is not. And it's a scary thing, because spirituality is something that we don't see on a daily basis. So we don't recognize through spirituality how we could see. And for me personally, and I know this for myself, for me to be in a relationship, in a monogamous relationship, it's for me to, I have to be attracted to you mentally.
What's up? I'm sorry, that's my coworker coming on saying she missed me. I miss you too.
Nice. Like, go ahead, Jay. I'm sorry. No, for me to be in a relationship, I had to be mentally, physically, and spiritually connected to that person. If you attractive and you're attracted to that person physically and mentally, that's cool. But if there's no spiritual connection, then there's something off, and your spirit gonna want to wander in different places. So I feel like as long as you attain wealth and you have wealth, you're gonna always be attractive. But you just gotta be more in tune with yourself spiritually, so you can know who's real and who just wants you for the money.
But for you, would you prefer that somebody that has more money, but they're never around? They're always they're always working, they're always away, or would you prefer that person who doesn't have as much, but they're there, they're home, they're home to, to cook for you, and you're able to see them and do what you want to do,
See, and that's
together with
when you
them.
post questions like that is why
What?
is why I'm not against polygamy.
Oh Lord, have mercy! I gotta see that.
Because why can't you have both?
Well, you can have both. I mean, you can really have both, but
down the household. Why not get both?
Yeah.
No,
yeah. But it don't work. It don't really work like that, though. I mean, it can, but it's like, how many people can you meet that's actually going to be like, okay, let's have a polygamous, relationship?
You'll be surprised.
Yeah.
But for me, no. Yeah. But to answer the question, it always got to be somebody. To me, if you're home, you can work from home. So
right. That's what I was saying earlier. Yeah.
You can work from home, so I don't need someone to always be busy. And besides, if I'm building a family, if I'm want to build a family, I'd rather my wife to be home to help raise our kids. Because if you're busy and always away, you're the nurturer of that household. Right. How could you really help raise?
Somebody commented about what you said. She said I was feeling what he was saying until the P word.
No, I'm partially trolling. Don't worry.
See, they say you don't understand. That's what I'm trying to tell him. I understand trying to have the best of both worlds, but
but seriously though, for me, I would have to say I would personally want a woman home because, I look at the raising a family aspect. Is the reason why men are the head of the household, not to get traditional. And the reason why is because, it's not to say that, I always say that men are the head of the household, but there's no home without that woman. And if that woman, woman is not home, then how can you expect to build a business? So as a new day, and I think it's important that how. To me, you should have to balance someone that's out there getting it, but know how to come home and take care of home. So it should be both. Right. But if I had to choose personally, I would lean to the one that's home because I could always help set her up with a home-based way to make money from home. That's my choice.
And that's what I was saying earlier. I said if I'm ever blessed, to have a child, I would like to be home. And an online business would be ideal for me, where we can both still be making money and I get to still be home. That would be like the perfect ideal world for me, instead of me having to be out 12 hours, whatever, how many hours a day, and coming home late and leaving early. That's not something I want to do. I want to actually
let me clear up something. Yeah. Tiana, don't get me wrong. I think you can do both. You can run a business and still be home for babies. I don't think there's an idea if you have to be one or the other. I think the greatest quality of a woman is that her ability to play multiple roles and be able to do multiple things at one time and not label themselves to just being a homebody or a work body. So I agree with you. I truly agree, because at the end of the day, it's all about doing what's best for the household. And sometimes we're bringing in that household. That's the best thing. A lot of times we don't really have that. We try to do this either or, this either or, and it's not. There's a duality in the situation where you could be a straight, strong businesswoman, but yet stay home and take care of business at home.
And when people like to say that, even to me, they're like, "Oh, you're not going to be able to do both. You're going to have to stop your career." And I'm just like, no, I don't. I can still find some way. But I hear people tell me that, even friends of mine have said that to me. Well, you want to do all these things, but you also want to be a mother and wife. You're going to have to stop what you're doing. And I'm just like, I don't feel like I should. Like, I don't think I need to stop one just to have the other. I don't necessarily agree with that.
And
like,
forever, I get taking honestly, a break. People that say that is only people that thinks very binary, in a sense that it has to be this or that. I think you can incorporate both, because at the end of the day, if we're in a relationship, me and you in a relationship, it's my job to make sure you're able to partner up where you can still be home, but yet still do the business and still do what you got to do your career-wise. It don't have to be. Entertainers do it all the time. You think,
they sure do.
Jada Pinkett Smith was in movies while she was raising a family, but there's a balance. As long as you can deal with that balance, that's what's more important. It's not to sit here and tell.
Yeah.
It's not my job to tell you, and it's not it's not for me to tell you which one. But
yeah,
as long as you have that balance, that's the best thing. Hey, John. Yes, that's me.
Let me see. Tiana wrote something too. She says, I want to be out in the world. I don't want to work from home. That's just me. And I do want to be a mom. That's why I'm building my business to where it can run itself and I can have that home time, but I'm getting back to it. Yeah, I definitely see where she's coming from too.
Respect that. I definitely understand.
And she's definitely doing, her thing too. So I know it's true based on what I've seen her doing. What's up,
I definitely
know. So it's definitely possible because she's doing it, and so I know, and other women before us have done, like you said, Jada. They've done it where making movies and still rearing the children at home. So it's possible. So people, just like you said, are binary, just think one or the other. You should be able to do everything that you want to do. John being nosy looking.
Nah, that's
John needs to share what he feels too about the topic.
We definitely could use an OG perspective on this. Definitely use an OG. But the only thing I can say is this: is that everybody can't. One thing is we are individuals. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. So this idea of you have to do this is never something I feel anybody should have to deal with, because there's people there's multimillionaires that making money from home. Multimillionaires making money.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah. Not
so
either
it's
or.
Like,
yep.
So we gotta. So even when I said what I said in the beginning, it's not to say Of course, as a man, there's reasons as a man why I say I want my woman home, but it's not to say I want her just home.
Yeah.
Like, you only have to be home and serve me. Nah, it's not that.
Just
for
home.
me, it's more about it's more
Yeah,
about finding that
balance. I gotta be able to work too.
Everything is a balance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and I know me. Like, I attract like go-getters for women, like women that just complacent with just staying home and raising a family. I don't attract that type. I attract women that are entrepreneurs that's out there getting it, or they have a good career and they out there. Yo, what's good? Man. But damn, this is definitely interesting topic.
Yeah.
You're always bringing these deep topics.
And John hiding now.
I'm retired. I hear you. That sounds like
And that's what you're supposed to be doing anyway, being able to travel and do things first. David says, I like an independent woman, just saying. Of course, it's definitely a positive having an independent woman. I'm definitely a prime example of that. Tiana says, because you're a go-getter, so you stay in those crowds with like-minded women. Yeah, that is true about Javon. Obviously, me and him are friends, so... So he definitely stays, around women who do that, who are go-getters and stuff. What's up, cuz? Thank you, guys. What's up, Gio? Your boy Gio's on here. Peace, brother and sister. That's
Gio,
right, brother.
What's up?
Yeah, I want to hear his opinion on here, too, on this topic. Yes, man. It's just, I really think it all depends on, every household. That's what I really think. Every household is different. Money or not, everybody does things differently. But like I said earlier, you don't want one person being responsible for everything. And I think that's where issues come, where one person is paying for everything and the other person is not. And that's where people say, I'm going to marry somebody who has money too. So but Lord have mercy.
Nah, I definitely gotta hear this. I might have to go get some popcorn and hear this. But nah,
Nah.
But the thing is, but
like you said, it
on
should be a mix. It should be a mix of both. You should be able to have what you want, have both. You know, make money and
like to me, you have this life to live. This idea that you have to play this role, it's like, to me, I always find like, yo, you have people that literally, that, you know, that can do multiple things. And I always say this is Women's Month, so I'm going to talk about women a lot.
It's always Women's Month.
And I think the strength of a woman, we could just take that month and be happy. Like, nah, I'm just joking. But
well, Pizza, we just talking about, would you marry somebody, you know, with wealth and, you know, they're always out, or would you marry somebody with less money who's always, you know, home? So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about all different things now.
But even, and then the idea of one person had to pay all the bills, I always feel it's just broke financial. It's a broke financial strategy because
I'm not even reading that. Go ahead, Javon. You can read that if you want.
You know, women. I'm not even reading. So every queens we held slaves to their husband kings. I do agree they're supposed to be helpmates. I do think that. And,
I agree with that part. It's the first part I don't, but
subservient. See, here's what I learned about language and certain things. Subservient is not a bad thing because I always feel that the servant is always more powerful than the person they serve. Because the servant always have access to everything they master, quote unquote, have. Now, unless you're talking about in the slavery terms where you're chattel, that's different. That's totally different. But if I decide to hire someone in my household to be my servant, he had access to almost everything I have access to. But you know, I understand that point of view. It's just that me personally, I would never really. I would never like have that feeling towards it because, you know, it's race. And for me, I was raised by a lot of strong women, from mothers and sisters, you know, cousins. I was raised by a lot of strong women. My grandmother of 94 age, I was always raised by that. So it's, for me, so I can't attract a weak or meek woman. I can't. Like, you would not last with me because I'm. Well,
that's what happened with me. I was with a weak person, and I couldn't last with that. So I know it's the same for me. I can't deal with weakness no more. So I just pray that's over with. I can't do that no more.
Let me take care of the kids.
My cousin said, I'd rather be single and get money alone. Yeah. Well, someday you gotta have somebody.
Well, okay, I'm reading what Gio said. A woman should be in a domain of being home, taking care of the children by homeschooling and educating them by our people. That I don't disagree with at all. I find like with the education, we should have a way where we educate our own kids. You know, so that's one of the many sacrifices when you have to go get this, is that now you have your kids being educated by someone who does not have their best, well, especially if you're black. So that is a solid point. I cannot disrespect. Yo, give me a beer too, man.
I do agree about the educating our people, but what does he mean by her domain should be at home? Because if she's a working woman, is she supposed to just be at home and have kids? Because I know for me, that's not going to work. I can't just be home and have kids and take care of the house and not be a working person.
Honestly, but the truth is, that's not every woman's role. And if that's not your role, then you shouldn't submit yourself to that. If that's not for you, that's not. Like, for me, I know what's my role as a man of any household, but not everybody has that same role. Everybody views their role the same way. You understand? Me, no matter if I'm not the kind of person You know, and subservient doesn't mean weak. Society has placed negative connotation on it. Unfortunately, a lot of women think being subservient is negative. 100%, and that's what I was trying. Subservient is not a weak thing, because the reason why is because the etymology of sub in the language means under. When we think of servant, we think of someone under.
Yeah.
But the truth is, the legs on the table is much stronger than the table, because even though it's under the table, it's holding that table up. That leg is weak, that table goes down. So the truth is, something that's under is actually much stronger than something that's on the surface. So I definitely do agree with that 110%. It's just that most people, and I was a victim of this too, because I used to think sub under, and I never liked that. But the truth is, servitude is one thing that we have, and we are born to be as servants. Serving many forms and platforms, and then for a woman to be a servant is not a bad thing. It's just that at the end of the day, you got to do what's comfortable within your vibration.
Right.
That's the end of the day. If that's not within your vibration, then that's what it is. And I do agree with what he said.
I just wouldn't want the man to feel like I'm responsible for just being home and not going out to work, because when he meets me, you know, I'm ambitious. I like to go out and do things. So I couldn't just be with somebody who feels like my role is just to be home and that's it. Like, I couldn't just do that.
And that's
for me. I have to be out, and you know how I am. I can't just stay home and honestly, just have kids and not pursue.
And for me personally, how I view things, I feel like not every man is going to have the same role as a man. Like, there's no one role for a man or for a woman. You know, you're going to have some men that is not going to be that whole dominating men that just going to come in and bring in the check, place it on the table, and say, a woman, take care of the bills. Like, not every man sees that. I mean, there's some men.
I don't mean that. Yes. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I was just thinking.
Would you? I didn't even catch what you caught. That's why you did that. I'm wondering, like, where that from? Yeah, the idea of a man coming in with that check, that $1,000, and say, "Do what you want."
Yeah.
You know, I like what that passage said though. He said, you know, put this on. I forgot how that goes. But anyways, that's a whole nother topic. But the truth is, everybody has. A woman wife can have a business that she tends to. However, woman main focus should be always to her husband and family. Too many of our women today put career over family, and that's one of why alpha black men don't want them. That's why I want a wife who is
alpha men who want me. So I don't know what he's talking about.
No.
I have alpha men who are attracted to me because I'm a career.
I'm gonna tell people this. I'm gonna say.
So what the hell? Why would I? And I'm attracted to alpha men. So.
But I'm gonna say this. I tell people this. One thing about Gio is that he's gonna give it to you straight without any chaser. If you take out your emotions and just read what he's saying, he makes a fair point where you can understand why. Of course, you're going to disagree because you don't have that same vibration.
I don't have that vibration. I'm a working woman. So I would have to be with somebody who's okay with me being a woman who wants to be a wife, mother, and a career woman. Because it's always going to be all three with me. So
I know with me personally, I tell people this. I'm a passive aggressive man. So I can operate in the alpha or in the beta role. Like, that's me. So it doesn't, you know, I'm not your typical alpha male. Now, I can be that alpha male, and I can be that secondary, you know, support figure. It doesn't matter to me because, one, I know what my purpose is in life. So I know what kind of woman I need to deal with personally for me. But I know if you're an alpha male, an alpha man and an alpha female will clash. That's not going to, you know, somebody, you know, two alphas, somebody got to know how to be the beta at times with two alphas. And if you're dealing with two strong individuals, that's not going to work. That's not going to work.
That's what for me personally, I would prefer a man who actually is about his business. Because I dealt with somebody who wasn't, and it just was a turnoff. He wasn't an alpha male. So for me, it was just like, okay, I can't I can't be with somebody who doesn't have at least some of that in them. You got to have some of that. So
Yeah.
it's just not going to work if you're not somebody who's out trying to do what you need to do. David says, I don't mind. Hold on, I'm just reading what David wrote. He said, I don't mind if the woman don't have as much, but if we're in a relationship, we will help each other out. It's all good.
I can't see that comment.
I agree with you. You can't see none of it?
I can't see that comment. The last comment I see. Okay.
Video.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. And then Tiana
a
wrote
woman will naturally submit to the man
that
that she trusts will lead. That is fact. Huh? That is fact.
What happened?
That is fact. You
see the other comments though?
No, that's the only comment I'm seeing. That's crazy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I was reading what
But
Tiana wrote.
read out the comments
she
to
said,
me.
I don't believe
like
that is weak. She said, I don't believe this week at all. Hold on. No, I was just reading what she wrote because I can see, I guess.
Who said that?
On my end, Tiana. She said, I don't believe that this week at all. I personally am not going to just stay home and raise kids. I can still run my business and take out a lot of time to educate my kids on our people, because I agree with that. Stay at home is not going to happen. I care about my community as well. There's things I want to do with that. Yeah, I definitely agree 100% with Tiana. There's ways that you can do everything. You don't have to just be one or the other. You can do whatever you want to do. So we on that, Tiana.
Oh wait, I just saw the Tiana the Wakanda comment. I like that. I'm holding the phone, but I can't. Wait, hold up. Let me see if I can. Let's go.
I was wondering if you can see all the comments.
But
yeah, I'm not paying Gio no mind no more. I'm talking about I can shop from home. I can shop for myself, by the way, but no, that's just not.
I didn't.
No,
shop for your husband. I'm not seeing them.
What the hell kind of woman does that? No, no, I'm not reading that. He says a woman will naturally submit to a man that she would trust to lead him. Yeah, I agree with that if the man can lead, but that has nothing to do with me going out and still doing what I need to do for myself. That's the plan.
Let me add,
I still need to go out and do me, whether he's leading the household or not. I'm gonna still do me.
Hey, what's up, Anna? What's up?
What's up, everybody coming on? We just having all sorts of different conversations now.
Yeah, I know. We went over the place. Noah's the thing. I like when people are not afraid to challenge the topic of the conversation, because if everybody agrees, then no one grows. The only way you can sharpen the intellect is another sharp intellect. Iron sharpens iron, and sharp minds sharpen other minds. That's how I like. How I look at things.
Yeah, I agree as well. Theo says,
"What exactly do you need to do?" Who's that question for?
Do me. I need to be do what I need to do as far as my career. I'm assuming it's for me. I need to still be a career woman. Any man who meets me now knows that I'm about doing that. I'm about, doing my media thing. Like Tiana says, being able to help, the community. So if he's not able to accept that, then we don't need to be together, because it's never gonna work. He says, sound very fishy. Do me. I'm going to say it about 8 more times before I sign off. I'm going to do me, Gio. Just like you can do you.
Do you, boo-boo? Do you?
Do you, that's right. Ain't nothing fishy about doing you. Yeah, he says, for her, of course it was for me. I don't think he can handle a career woman, so I'm gonna just let him stick with the housewives. That's what he needs. Somebody who's just gonna be at home and just make sure the kitchen floor is clean and all that stuff like that. So you can just have that, and I'll go make the money. How about that?
Yeah, I think she's sending shots at you, bro. Come on, man. You got.
No, it's just, it's like if I'm a career woman, I'm not going to sit my ass just at home 24/7 and just cook and clean and rear the children. Like, to me, that's not even a good example for my children. My children, especially my daughter, needs to see that her mom is able to take care of herself as well. I think that's important for a child to see that their mother and their father are both pursuing their goals. So. No, Thesis says, what if you met this person after you had kids with another? Then what would your choice be, the rich or the less wealthy? Maybe Javon, you can answer that.
Wait, okay. What if you met this person? Well, because I do have a kid, so I guess. What if you met this person after you had kids with another? Then what would your choice be? My choice would be the same thing. I would want, like, even if you, like, my idea is that if I have a kid and I bring someone, like, if I bring a kid into a relationship, no matter what the situation is, it doesn't change, because at the end of the day, my kid, once I get married, I don't believe in the term step. If I marry a woman with kids, I'm that kid's dad. Not saying I'm more of a dad, kid's actual dad, but I'm the dad of that kid. So whoever I bring to a relationship, that is a mother figure to my child. So once I get home and I find somebody, my answer would still be the same. I would rather them be, if I had to choose them being away or being home, I'm gonna choose home. But to me, at the end of the day, if I had the ultimate choice, I'd rather both.
Oh, I turned my camera.
You just do?
No, I was moving up the comments and I clicked on the camera. I'm back. Oh Lord. Yes, Nafisa, I agree with you as well. GL says taking care of family is the most important and strongest thing a woman can do, period. I don't necessarily argue with that. I'm just saying my ass won't just be sitting home, making babies either. That's what I'm saying, that I'm going to be out doing other things as well, especially as an example for my child. I can't just be sitting home. I can't do it.
I sense a battle of the sexes. I sense a battle of the sexes.
And you got to make money some type of way. Yeah, he always got something to say. So I know, Javon, you like this though.
Of course.
He said nice knees. Yeah, I know. I have lovely. Let me turn it back so you can see my beautiful knees. Y'all see, I got my my pink socks and slippers on. These some sexy knees right here.
Wow, this is definitely. It's funny, like, yo. That's 1950 when it's 2018. Okay, here's why I never liked the year argument when it comes to that, because I don't feel like the year makes a difference when it comes to duty. I think you have a duty, you should stick to your duty. Not saying that in 1950 they had it right and in 2018 we got it wrong, or vice versa. I just feel that, whether if you was in 1950, 1950 women was on the front lines too. You know what I mean? Like, I never, so.
Yeah, they was actually, yeah.
Women were on the front lines, protesting and doing all this stuff. Like, if you look at all the civil rights movements was started by a woman or by women. So.
Yeah, they were. Shout out to, Women's Month. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I gotta finish this poem talking about women.
Oh God, now he's back to talk about polygamy. Javon, you stirred this up now. This polygamy talk.
Listen, people not everybody that's born on this earth is gonna believe in monogamy, and is gonna subscribe to that feeling. If a person, there are many people.
Though. I don't necessarily disagree with that.
Because here's the thing: a lot of men that no matter what the kind of relationship they have, they have the great woman, they can have a good woman, but they can never last because they'll find some way to cheat on their woman. Yo, and I'm thinking, like, those people, they might as well just find somebody that agrees with them.
So we're supposed to know our place now. What is our place now? Just to sit home and just stare at the wall? That's my place. So I wonder what it is that he thinks is the woman's place now. So, okay. So promiscuous woman is not knowing her place, basically. That's what he's saying. So a woman can't be a good woman and still go out and pursue her goals. She just needs to stay at home and just watch.
Hold up. And for me personally, yeah, I'm not about that polygamous life. I'm not. I know me.
I don't know if you are or not.
I am.
Oh, y'all seem like y'all for this polygamy stuff.
I'm not about that life, because polygamy means you have to satisfy all the women on an equal level, not just sexually, but you're talking about making sure you're taking care of each woman, they bills, they money, and making sure each of them, you have to treat each wife equally. That's what it is. I am not about that life. Right. I'm not about those.
Yeah. Yeah, it's finally something he said that makes sense.
Of the secret knowledge of wisdom and understanding. That shit is hard, bruh. I got one daughter, and I'm yeah.
But okay, if you don't believe in polygamy, if you don't believe, Javon, if you don't believe in polygamy and you don't, let's say, agree with monogamy, are you saying that it's okay to have one woman?
Don't misrepresent my words.
No, I'm just saying though, because you're saying like monogamy is not necessarily.
I don't agree with. Here's how I feel. Let me say how I feel. When it comes to monogamy,
what's up, cuz? What's up?
For me to be monogamous in any
relationship. Toya's on hearing us. Go ahead.
Praise, what's up?
Toya said, "Oh snap." Toya, you gotta say something, because we going all over the place now. We've been on here an hour now, and we just been going back and forth. Now we're talking about polygamy.
I gotta represent my point before you got.
Okay, yeah. I want you to talk about your monogamous point.
For me to be monogamous, I had to be that person.
Yeah.
I can be in a monogamous relationship, and I have no, and one of those things is not connected. Then I'm gonna want something else. That's reality.
Right.
It's like, so. Thank you, brother. Thank you for standing up right there. No.
He is talking, and this is my show, so I can do what I want to do.
Nah, so
I'm not paying that no mind.
So that's how I feel about monogamy for me. But that's how I feel about monogamy for me. But a lot of people don't have an understanding of who they are internally, but yet still they get into monogamous relationship, or they get married without understanding who they are internally. And that's a broken concept. And that's why divorce is at a high rate, because a lot of people don't know who they are. They don't have a sense of what they want in life, but yet they fall in love with this promoted idea of finding that perfect true love, that they don't take time to deal with the love that they lack for on the inside. So that's why I look at monogamy as being overrated. And then it's very overrated because everybody wants this beautiful thing called one love, a soul mate, a soul tie, even a twin flame. They want these things, but they're not doing anything internally to make themselves put themselves position wise, spiritual and vibration wise, attractive enough to get someone that's going to be true for the rest of their life. It's too much paradigms for us to think, everybody saying we want the love our grandparents had. That sounds gravy, but our grandparents divorced too. And so the truth is, you just want to find something that's true, but you got to be true to yourself first. And then you got to find somebody that's true to them before you can truly be true for each other.
Yeah. What's up, Fallen? All our upper talk people are coming in.
And see, shoot.
Don't be telling the priest. So if you're going to tell him, you're not going to tell me to preach. See, that's what I mean. It's dealing with an alpha woman. It's hard for some men. See, it's okay. Latoya is trying to get in. Javon.
Okay,
I think I gotta stick it.
All right, I'm about to bow out. Let Toya talk a joint. Hey, I'm gonna still be on commenting and stuff. So, anyways, peace out. Thanks for everybody tuning in. I look forward to
Sorry,
being on the calling in on the next Scholar Talk.
Yeah, we'll see about that. No, I'm just kidding. You can always come on.
Of course.
Let me see. What up, you guys? Thank you guys for joining. What's up, Toya? You sleep?
That's my best friend. That's my friend.
What's up?
Nothing much. Yes,
Gio. I'm not trying to be anybody's prophet, brother.
Huh?
Gio is mad. I kicked Javon off. It's okay. He mad, Gio. He mad. I kicked Javon off, but it's okay.
Oh, Gio,
you'll be all right, boo.
Gio, like I'm quite sure you've seen enough of the man's face. It's time to see some women talk. But on another note,
sure did. But see, that's his partner. That's why they was trying to gang up on me. That's why trying to. But I'm alpha woman. You can't do that. So, go.
Yeah, I know, right?
Go ahead. This is another alpha woman, by the way. So
yeah,
go ahead, Latoya.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
What's up?
Okay, so basically, I'm gonna start off by saying this. I agree with some of the stuff that Javon is saying. That's my brother. There's some things I was saying, like you do have to have love for yourself first and foremost before you want to get into a relationship with anybody else. Because when you get into a relationship with signs, we tend to want to fill that void that's missing inside of us. And nobody can fill that void. You know what I'm saying? You'll be letting yourself down. Everybody has different personalities. And to say that you're looking for this perfect love, it will never be perfect. No relationship. I don't care if you're just jumping in now or if you're jumping in later. Once you found yourself, you're still not going to have a perfect relationship. You can be good with yourself. When you're good with yourself, then you'll always be good with somebody else, because you'll let them be them and you can be you, and then you'll learn how to compromise in between. But I'm just saying it's because just being in the state where I'm at currently. He said hello.
Amen.
Just
we're not ganging up on nobody. Levine, he's okay. They saying don't gang up on Gio. We're not even worried about Gio no more.
Oh, no, not at all.
Go ahead, Toya.
Gio. You know, shout out to Gio.
We ain't got no problem.
At the same time, nah, not at all. All love to Gio. At the same time, you know, just being married is a sacrifice, it's a commitment, and you have to give yourself to each other, and you have to respect each other, and there are some sacrifices, you know, because you're making this choice to be with someone. And a lot of times when people get married, you get in front of the preacher and you say for better or worse, but when it get worse, you don't know how to handle it. They be like, oh my goodness, this person's so bad. You better stick it out, girl, and find a solution, because nothing is going to be perfect. You're going to keep running from problem to problem to problem. You're from one problem to another problem. You're looking for instant gratification. You're looking for instant happiness all the time. No, only the strongest survive. So you're sitting here looking for this perfect person. You're never going to meet a perfect person. I love the crap out of my fiance. I love him, but I love me more. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, you know, he's not my God, but he is the man that I'm choosing to be with, and I just have to put up with it till death do us part. And that's one thing that people, they are finding it hard to do, till death do us part. No, I made this commitment for God, in front of God. And the Bible does say, and you know, everybody has their own beliefs or whatever, but the Bible does say, it does say that you can get a divorce if adultery is committed, but you cannot get married again. But you,
Toya, Joseph got a question for you.
Oh,
he got a question for you.
Oh, but let me finish what I'm saying. I'm gonna answer Joseph. You can't get a divorce committed, but you can't get married again, because you made that commitment. It's up till death do us part. So you see these people getting married to a second wife or a third wife or whatever. No, you're still committed to that person that you married the first time or whatever. You made that commitment till death do us part. And moving forward, you shouldn't even make a commitment. You should just say, I hope that things will work out. If that's the case, if you want to make a commitment in front of God, you was like, you know what? I know things aren't going to be perfect, but Lord, please help us get through this. And I hope to stay with this person, because I'm not going to make a commitment and a promise to God and claim that I love God and everything like that. And then when things go sour,
I'm gonna just go left. You know what I'm saying? Things are gonna happen. We're born in the world of sin. People are gonna make mistakes. Some things might happen, and that's your lot. That's the person you chose to be with. You should have took more time. Like, okay, if this is the person I want to be with, this person has on you once. If a person has an issue with certain things in there, you don't think that you can get in their life and you can change them. Now you can help make them a better person, but sometimes
that's a good point.
Sometimes those people might go back to the same things they were doing, and you just have to learn to, you know, you got to pray over your marriage, and you have to just, you know, let me go to Joseph though. I'm sorry. What did Joseph say?
He said, what is marriage to you? Hey, Joe.
Marriage to me is purpose. Is God's, like, it's a purpose. It's anything that I do in life is a purpose for God. The way I choose to carry myself as a woman, like moving forward, like forget about my past or whatever, because once you know, you're accountable. Once you've read, once you've gotten the word into, you're accountable. There's still some things I'm learning. I don't know it all. None of us know it all. The truth is we don't know nothing at all. So at the end of the day is my marriage is to me, that's and no, I respect his opinion. Marriage is overrated because some people are looking at the glitz and the glam of TV, or hey, me and this person look good together. Me and this person look good together. We look cute together. We gonna make some, but y'all can't stand each other. Y'all can't stand each other. Y'all not willing to communicate. It's always got to be my way, or always got to be his way, or something like that. So, you know, you have to just have good communications, because you have to hone that. You have to hone that, because that's something I had to, like, I was a little selfish at a certain time in my life. And that was some things that God was working on me within myself, because when I was younger, I thought I wanted marriage because I've seen it on TV. As I got older and I learned the word, the Cinderella complex. And as I got older, I'm like, wow, purpose is to bring life into this world. Is to bring life into this world. It's the act of forgiving. It's the act of compromising. It's really a sacrifice. It's when I'm walking out the door, I represent the person that I'm with. And he represents me as well. And when you get married, you become one. So it's not like, oh, it's just 70-50. No, we have to give 100% into each other or whatever. But just one. We are one. Anything that I'm doing is affecting my relationship with him. I'm a reflection of the person that I'm with or whatever. So that's just that's how you feel. Marriage is a contract. That's how you feel. I can't really. Some people want it to be a contract. Some people said, "Listen, I don't want to spend this. I don't want to pay for these bills by myself. You know, I don't want to pay for these bills by myself." If that's how you want to live your life like that, if you want to live your life as having a contract, then let that be your life. Let that be your life. Maybe y'all ran into some bad women. Maybe y'all ran into some bad women over the years, and that's something that you chose in your life. That's your contract. That if you want it to be a contract, let it be a contract. If you want it to be, hey, let's look good on the gram, then that's your life. That's how you live. As a man thinketh, so is he. So if that's what you're thinking, that's what you're going to attract in your life. You're going to keep running into them same problems. Because you run into girls who just want you for your money. You run into girls who are not going to respect you, who are not going to be submissive, not going to be, who don't know how to keep their house clean, who don't know how to cook, who don't know how to do anything. So it's what you're reflecting into your life. And sometimes you're meant to come into a man's life and be his helpmate and lift him up, and vice versa. We are ourselves one to another. But long as I know my part, I'm going to be blessed. Regardless of I'm supposed to do for him, God's going to continue to bless me. I'm not worried about what he could do for me. At the end of the day, I already know I made a good decision. He saw after me. I made the decision if I wanted to be with him. And I looked at him. Okay, how is he? How's his relationship with God? When I knew he had a good relationship with God, I didn't have to worry about him looking nowhere. I don't even worry about that because I don't have time. I don't have time. Don't have time to worry about where he's looking. But at the end of the day, my man don't go out to the club. my man don't go out to
No,
parties.
he don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
he's been to a party. He's never been to
Mm-hmm.
any club. Goes to work. He goes to church, and that's his thing. And I'm not nothing against any other guy. Nothing against any other guy, but I'm just grateful for the man that God has blessed me, because you know
Yes,
what?
me
When I
too.
started to see God, when I started to see God put a respectful man into my life, and that's just what it. I started to look at me. He seen somebody who looked at me the same way, and that's all. You focus on your goals, and you focus on what God's purpose for your life, and then He will. Girl, no, I don't have time.
Well, Tiana wrote something. Your girl on here, Tiana.
Tiana, that's right, Tiana.
Who she got? Let me see.
Congratulations! I'm so proud of you. I'm really proud of you.
I know she's doing so much too.
Yeah,
I'm proud of my kids.
I see her ministry, how she's helping the homeless. I'm just so proud of you.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing, a lot of people are walking around angry, this because you're just an angry person.
Right.
You're an angry person.
Yeah. And
that's just, and I, you know, God, you know, create you a clean heart, Javon. Like, you know, Javon.
Thank you guys for coming on. We have some more viewers and stuff. We just on here just talking about all different things, you know, life, marriage, love.
There go Camilla, one of the bridesmaids.
Yeah.
My girl. Yeah. Oh, so much to you too. I thought it was only okay. Hi, Tiana. Yeah, this is really.
Tiana said she got her best friend. That's right, and that's how it should be. Your husband should be your best friend.
Yes, Sean is my best
friend. But except for me, you know, you gotta remember I'm here too.
My best friend, you know I love you.
Don't forget about me.
Oh, girl, wow. No, but you know, God is good, and the more we
He is.
And it's not even about just man alone. It's just about serving a purpose. I'm glad to be with somebody I can wake up and pray with. You know that it's. I don't know. It's very different. My life is very different. I'm grateful, and I'm more focused, and I'm just, you know, my goal right now is just to see what God needs me to do next. How I could be more available. Some people, they want to live out this whole fairy tale and live like TV and everything like that.
Right. They watching, like you said, what they see on Instagram and all that stuff.
They don't understand, like, these people behind the picture actually, they're all human. They have issues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Matter if that's what they want to portray and put it online, let that be their business. Like, that's their life.
Right.
Or, you know, it's whatever. But how are you? I'm so glad that you're, you know, up posting. I'm just proud of you. I just wanted to.
I'm blessed, you know. I'm always, even when I'm feeling like I'm down and out, I always try to have some type of positive outlook. And I appreciate you guys, even Gio, his hot mess, even his perspective. You know, it's important to have. He gonna get me after that, but it's important to have different perspectives in life too, because you need somebody who's gonna make you think about something else a different way. So I appreciate, you know, all y'all, you know, everybody that came on tonight. I know you kicked Javon off earlier, but he had some good points too.
No, Javon had
a few good points.
Javon had a lot of good points. You know, that's my brother, so I'm gonna bother him. You know, we go back and forth.
Of course, he knows you're gonna get him. So
yeah, we have, because they try to get on you. They try to go back.
They tried to, but they can't do it. I told them that's the scholar girl. You can't put me down, boy.
I'm glad that you're getting back and seeing me. No, but I seen them trying to gang up on you.
I don't know what Gio is, John. Don't be telling him that. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Toya.
No, it's fine. Fine. Yeah, Gio is funny. Gio.
Yes.
But you know, that I'm just grateful.
Oh God! Now Javon's back on this polygamy stuff. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm getting off. I can have y'all little succular talk, but
I'm about to sign off too because I gotta finish. I'm supposed to be baking my my fish and stuff tonight, and I'm on here talking to you guys and stuff. So Javon was not doing his damn thing. Boy, see, this is what it's time for me to sign off.
Yeah, it's time for me to go too, because
it's time for us to go now because they starting to think they did something. They ain't do nothing tonight. We let them have the light tonight. What's up? What's up? My aunt is on tonight watching as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of our friends.
Show. Yeah, this was a good one. So I appreciate all you guys. I really do, and Gio too, to an extent.
I like this. I like this app, whatever. But you are doing this again.
I know.
Doing what you're doing, Quad. You know I love you. You're my best friend. I'll see her.
For your king. Now I am the queen of my house. That's what I'm fixing for the queen, and I know my place.
How do I sign up?
What the hell? Let me get my ass on so I can cook for the queen of the house, not the king, the queen. Thank you, you guys. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys, like I said, for coming on. This was great. And I'm gonna go finish eating, like I said, for the queen of the house until the king comes, and I'm gonna be holding it down. All right, you guys, have a good night.